Let's talk about the state of Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds at the moment is in a very weird space, right? A lot of people really enjoy it, and I mean, like, it's a very enjoyable game mode, and I think the player base want to see it do well. But the biggest problem is its exploits, its problems, its bugs that really kind of affect the enjoyment side of things when it comes to this game mode. And one of the things I've noticed today and over the weekend is the flurry or the volume of people talking about Battlegrounds, whether or not someone's saying terrible season of Battlegrounds. We've also got, is Battlegrounds cause of frustration or fun? Battlegrounds Season 6 update, stability and latency issues, and people are still responding to that, not just saying it's about the 27th of February, there's more things being added to it. Cheater situation, it's bad in Battlegrounds. Timeouts in Battlegrounds should give 0 points for remaining health, which is going to be a factor of a big exploit at the moment. Auto drafting in Battlegrounds is based on a bug. And yeah, like you could just go on and on and on and on and on, different pages each and every day. People are adding to this, and it is just getting a little bit more in volume and also fresher, to a point where some of the threads we're going to look at today is people talking this morning. So for me, UK time, it was like 4 a.m. UK time. So these are always very fresh. And look, if people are going like, oh, people just moaning about Battlegrounds, it's not the case. People want to see success from this game mode. It is a great game mode, but it is still wrapped in the same problems. And it's just a recurring thing. Like I sound like a broken record every time I seem to mention this, as to it's just like where we go with this game mode. The issues and the bugs just are so prevalent within a PvP mode that it just feels very unfair when it comes to an investment through your time, energy, victory shields, elder marks, and as I said, like not getting that refunded feels bad. Like it does make you feel pretty bad about the state of the mode when it's not addressed, but also the consistency of these bugs being consistently through different seasons. Now I decided to take the weekend off from doing like MCOC. So I did play MCOC, but I didn't do any kind of Battlegrounds. I decided to do a little bit of arena and also start my next EOP journey and also have some time away from the game. So I like spent time with family, me and them worked on the house, and that will be the same thing next weekend. Thank God there's no BG season for that, but it's definitely something I could have done, like maybe some more time with Battlegrounds and MCOC. But sometimes it's nice to take a break from the game, or, you know, doing this particular content, especially in its current state. Interesting to note over the weekend, Vegapur, I know you'll get this fixed, Marvel Contest Champions, because right now players pausing strategically in Battlegrounds is just not enjoyable. On top of the other current issues of bugs, absolutely. This mode can be so enjoyable. Please take care of our baby. Agreed. My friend Corey messaged and said, new topic for tomorrow, the straight BS and circuit, everyone hitting the pause button in BG's to cheat. It's effing rampant. Why is there even a pause button for a 3-minute match? Makes no sense. Now, I'm not just singling out those things that make the game mode kind of like a little bit scuffy and annoying, because then there's obviously the cheaters element side of things, and people are cheating. They're then getting 7-day bans, and that is as well causing an issue because these players are still coming back to re-cheat again, repeat offenders. And well, I assume repeat offenders, because it'd be kind of weird to go like, okay, well, all these random cheaters are springing up out of nowhere. Is it a case people playing new accounts, rotating through other accounts, cheating their way up, still exploiting to get the rewards that they get on a weekly basis or seasonal basis, and then kind of going like, right, well, that's fine. I've cheated for a week. I've got a 7-day ban. Then I'll come back in about 2 weeks' time, do a bit more progression within the particular mode, and everything that I've progressed up with, I still get some decent rewards for a minimal amount of cheating effort. That could be the case. I don't know, but it's really weird as to like the extent of cheaters, what they gain, how the ban is kind of situated. But that's one smart of like a part of a small problem when it comes to the game mode, because there are others. The further problem to all of this is what is good strategy, what is not good strategy, what is fair in the ecosystem, and the general kind of like massive task Kabam have to kind of bring fairness to this particular game mode. It's such a problem to kind of like equate the word, or not, but bring the word fair into Battlegrounds, and at the moment kind of make that exist within the ecosystem, because it's not the case. Is it fair to time out based on the pause trick? Is it a case that that is good strategy? Is that bad strategy? And this is the thing, whether or not like it's up for us to decide. This is the thing that Kabam has to deal with, how they put this and sort this out within the mode itself. as I'm sure that people will fall out. And, you know, the link in the description, you can check out this particular thread where people are kind of agreeing to disagreeing on stuff. But again, this is the point of this is more of a, you know, Kabam have to deal with this in the best way possible in this particular game mode to figure out, well, should we have pause in? Is it right? Well, we should have it. No, we shouldn't, because it does seem like there's this just conflict of how you negotiate and how you weave yourself through the mode to win, to exploit the system. Yeah, it's a tough one. Battlegrounds as a mode scratches an itch, right? It's a good mode, but it's not a great mode. It one day will be a great mode, but there has to be a lot of things that need to be addressed with it, largely with bugs, how they deal with cheaters, and how they compensate players for issues that happen and arise within a game mode where it's not like, you know, I'm not saying you get compensated for playing badly, but what you do is get compensated for bugs that affect you, problems with the mode, and stuff like that. Other than that, a matchmaking algorithm, yeah, and kind of exploitable systems based on pausing. There's a lot of stuff that, yeah, is bad, but we can really kind of take the point of going, Kabam made a good mode. It's just the case it feels like, as I've said countless times, and as, you know, friends, colleagues, and other people, it's just it feels like a prolonged beta that you just don't know when it's going to be the finished article. The pace in which fixing bugs is in this game mode is a problem. It really is. Like, this was sent to me on the 5th of March, so what was that, yesterday? And look, it showcases that 2 seconds, your attacker health 0, defend health 100%. You know, these derail seasons, they derail just participation, further advancement, and stuff like that. It can be really annoying, especially because this is an instant loss. Like, it's an instant loss. So then you look to things like, well, what are Kabam doing about this particular bug, problems and stuff? And look, we've got a Trello board. And on the Trello board, there's a load of things under the Battlegrounds tag. So if you go to Battlegrounds, you're going to get an idea. But it's like, well, here's an example. Players have reported randomly losing mid-fight before the timer elapsed or was KO'd, right? Click on it, drag it across. No activity. What? No activity, like nothing there whatsoever. This one's another thing. Some are experiencing a stuck run during Battlegrounds, and it's under investigation. Unable to repro, need more info. And yeah, Jack's added to this card in December 2022. I think, like, I even showcased evidence of this happening. Yeah, okay, they can't replicate it, but it doesn't mean to say that it's not a issue within the game. And there's loads, like there's loads of things, and even stuff that I don't see on the Battlegrounds kind of like the board, to a point of going like, well, what's actually happening with a lot of these bugs? And they do exist. You know, we've got auto drafting, which, you know, some players, I know Dan, like my colleague Dan, Frontline MCOC, he even like put like an image on Twitter about this. And I thought I'd list off a load of the bugs, but we've already kind of like gone over them in this video. I thought this was interesting because there's a thread about opinions on Trello. And especially that's what I've kind of like, occasionally I will return back to the Trello board, but I don't feel it's been regularly updated to represent the current issues with the game. I had so many high hopes for that particular interaction. As I've said in a previous, there's been other games that I follow that use Trello board, Phasmophobia, an independent developer, by the way, that kind of uses it as a really kind of good means of communication. You can live go on it. For example, this is the Phasmophobia Trello board, which has a lot of things from like bugs or issues, updates, and also gives more kind of like in-depth progress as to where the developer is up with these particular issues and problems. So the point of making this particular video is just, and I don't want to keep making these videos each and every week because we are coming to the end of the season. I just hope within this time that Kabam can look into, say, the state of it and find some stability and address a lot of the bugs. And also kind of look at things like, and as Kabam have said, they are looking to deal with the matchmaking issues. It's just a case of, as well, it's going a bit further and beyond with the other things. Like how pausing within certain elements of, say, the Gladiator circuit and competitive elements, the further you progress with Battlegrounds, is addressed. Just to make sure this game mode is just worked on. And people aren't doing this to like cause any problems or be in any way, shape or form like negative. It's just a case of giving that constructive criticism of a game mode that is really good, but it's not great. And it can be great. It just needs that these little things need to be tweaked and improved, because you know, we've got a great game mode. We've got a really great game mode. It just needs that little care and attention just to go after 5 seasons that we are taking this game from a beta right the way through to a what feels to be just true release, rather than just feeling we're in a constant beta, or what could be like, you know, it feels like constant alpha with it. But it just would nice to be kind of reaching that finished article that players can be proud of, but also be going, look, if I go into it, you know, the anti-cheat's working well and catching the cheaters, the bugs and problems are not there, therefore you don't need to be calling out for compensation on matters. Because at the moment, with players being affected, elder marks, energy, victory shields, losing those things that you're kind of investing in because you've either been cheated on or because of a bug, feels real bad, man. And that's why, you know, we're seeing this particular thread that I just put up a moment ago, where people are predominantly kind of going with it being a frustration than fun. It's still fun. It's just a case like the mode has that frustrating elements that we've just highlighted within this video. So I wish Kabam well with dealing with this particular mode, because there's some really great stuff. Like, I love the store. The Battlegrounds store is just one of the best out there, and it's great for getting 6-star signature stones, especially with myself being non-spending. I need to get 6-star signature stones to at least kind of get champions up, especially for prestige elements and gains, and also just like add better champions into my roster and improve signature levels for champions. So I love that. I think that's great. But yeah, I hope that Kabam managed to get things sorted. This has been a State of Battlegrounds address. And yeah, not good with the exploits, not good with the cheats. But we hope for the future. Season 6, it better be better than Season 5 and the previous seasons when it comes to bugs and problems and stuff like that. This has been the video. What are your current thoughts on Battlegrounds? Put it in the comment section down below. And check out some other content, which will be located on screen right about now. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and we'll hopefully be talking about something positive. That'll be nice. Thanks everybody, cheers, and bye-bye.